guys, we made it to the palace. The train station, or the subway station that you want to take to the palace, is ML31. So just keep that in mind. That's, I think, the closest one to the actual palace. That right there, it's called Wat Po, I believe. That's the Lion Buddha on the side, inside. And this on the to the right here, that is the actual palace where we're going to be not going in because actually I have other plans, but we're going to go and check it out, at least from the side, and see if we can catch ourselves a scammer. So we're going to go hunting. So my plans are to catch us a scammer today. But one thing to keep in mind is if you do end up going to the palace, you have to make sure you have long pants on. And I think for the ladies, they have to have long pants and long arm sleeves as well. The fee to enter the palace is 500 Thai baht, and it's definitely worth it. But they have a lot of I don't know how to call them, but it's almost like you know, wall paintings, like frescoes that they have painted around the palace that kind of tell you the story of the people around this area and the hardships they had to go through. So it's like almost like, you know, how they documented their history. They have painted along the palace walls and, you know, inside the courtyard. And there's obviously the temple inside the palace, and then the king's residence. And let's see if we can get somebody to try to scam us today. But it's already, I think, 11 o'clock, and you can definitely feel the sun beating on us. And right now we are kind of in the park area, which is actually very nice because it has a lot of shade. And the breeze is like godsend. How's it going? I'm going to the palace. 1 o'clock.
Afternoon, yeah, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
You have time and go, be good, free looking.
Okay.
Yeah, good. See temple and come back, go and back.
No.
Waiting
maybe,
for you.
Maybe later.
Hey, waiting.
Okay. I'll come
Inside,
back.
take photo, waiting.
Okay.
See temple.
Later.
40 baht.
That's fine. Thank
40.
you. Later. So he's actually one of the people they use for scamming, because what they usually do is they'll have a guy that's trying to approach you. He's be like, hey, I'm a professor at university, or, you know, he has some kind of high respected position, and he's just, you know, waiting for the bus or something, and he'll signal one of these guys where they're just going to take you on a ride with a tuk-tuk. But the real scam is they'll try to tell you that you know, you were lucky and you came in on the right time because they have an Armani, you know, suit sale, because there's, you know, one day out of the year where Thai people can buy a suit for free, not free, but, you know, without taxes. And they'll take you to like a tailor shop where they, you know, they have their boots, and they'll basically try to sell you, you know, a suit, but that doesn't have any markings or labels, which, to be honest, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because the suit can be high quality, because they do seem to, you know, work hard at it, but it's definitely a scam, because, you know, they're trying to drive up business for those stores. Also, it is not true that you cannot get into the palace before 1 a.m. You know, he's just telling you that so he can take you on for a ride and make money, but you can definitely get into the palace because the palace is open. I strongly recommend that you should go to the website of the palace and check their operating hours, and you can even buy the tickets online, so that way you can skip the lines. This is the area around the palace. You can see it is very nicely maintained. There's all these government buildings that are around. They're very Baroque-esque like, because I think they built it in that style from probably Portuguese influence and Spanish probably maybe. Hello. No, I'm not going to the palace. Thank you. So now you can see there's again, it's going to be a lot of tourists, and we're trying to see if we can have one of those, scammer guys see us as a tourist target, that will just start kind of selling us on things we should visit. We'll try to catch him and get his information. I think this is the Ministry of Defense. As you can see, all these cannons are laid out here. Not sure how what that translates on the camera, but it is very nice. Sometimes you can even tell who is through here, because this is their way they make money. You can see, I think that's the king up there when his military dressings. And the camera is unfortunately about to die because I was recording too much, so hopefully we'll get some action. So one thing to keep in mind, that line right there, did you see, that's the line to enter the palace, but that's just to get the tickets. So what they usually do is they have you walk across to that park right there, and then there's an underground entrance that takes you down to the metro area, kind of looking like, and from there you can actually cross the street down that path over there. And then you go into that big long line there, and then once you get into the area, then you can buy tickets, and that line is usually pretty quick, maybe 10 minutes stops. It's not really that long, because they control it with the lines outside, and that's where you also go through security to make sure you don't have any weapons, etc. Make sure that you're good to go. And then here we have just another temple. Oh, also, I think I recall what the BE stands for. I think that stands before Buddhist era. So the one thing that I kind of recorded earlier, but I don't think I'm going to show it, is when you're looking at like what is it called, the calendar years here. Obviously they have the I think it's the Julian calendar, which is our calendar that we use, and the Julian calendar, the Julian calendar, which is the calendar we use, and they also have their calendar that they use for tracking their years, and they're like in year 2400 something. And we preface our calendar with AD, and they do with it B, and I think B stands for before Buddhist, for Buddhist era or something like that. So now here we are going to kind of walk and see what happens. I think this is like the main target area for those scammer guys. Right in front of the palace where people are, you know, getting on the taxi and they're trying to catch people off guard because, you know, tell them you can't go in. Also, the cops are very friendly here, which is not a case that you see in the US. Or at least maybe my experience with the cops. Very surprising that there's not a single guy trying to scam us yet. I wonder if that's because you can see here, I think this is for the queen because I think she passed away. On the walls, that white and black decorations, and I wonder if it's maybe some kind of memorial service for her. Because also these flowers are something I don't recall being here before, and maybe just, you know, I've been here in different times of the season or throughout the year, so maybe they were not in bloom. They're very pretty. Now we may get some action when we get to that bus station there, because sometimes they do like to pretend like they're waiting for the bus. Hopefully that will happen before the camera runs out.